Well, as we all know, fans are the lifeblood of sports, but the relationship between those passionate about their team and the athletes has gotten ugly recently. We've seen fans take a more hands-on approach lately. Russell Westbrook, you'll remember, had popcorn thrown on him during a game. And then there was that Wizards fan who ran onto the court during a game and was tackled by security. And then this happened on Monday in L.A. Jalen Crawford, wife of Giants shortstop Brandon Crawford, said on Instagram that during the Dodgers game, fans were yelling toward them, dropping F-bombs and saying Crawford sucks. Brandon sucks every at-bat, to the point where it broke the heart of their young daughter, Jaden. You can see right here in this picture a little tear on her face. Well, earlier I spoke with Dr. Sean Fletcher, a professor of public relations and sport communication at San Jose State. And he says bad fan behavior has always been a problem, but that now the players and society are demanding a solution.
I think it's sad on a number of different levels. I think what's most disheartening for me is that it is reminiscent of the growing lack of civility within our society for us to express our discontent in a way that is civil, that allows for those around us, not just family members, but even those who may not know Brandon Crawford. It should not have had to be his daughter who bore witness to just the vile, vulgar reaction to a game. I think that we need to take a step back, and we need to have a moment of reflection as to how we got to this point.
Why do you think we are here? I mean, we are seeing fans really take things over the top. Why is this happening?
Again, I think that we're at a point in our society to where if there are no hard boundaries, we've lost the ability to create our social boundaries. I think that we're continuing to see that individuals, and specifically fans, they're willing to go as far as we allow them to go. And when we see many of our sport leagues try to impose bans, we see that has minimal result to curb this, because when we don't see things like face recognition technology and some of these technological boundaries and barriers that can be deterrents to this type of behavior, there's nothing that's stopping them from getting a friend to buy a ticket, and they're back in the game, in the seats, doing exactly what they've done in the past.
So it sounds like you're saying there needs to be some harsher penalties here.
There must be harsher penalties, because again, any policy or procedure is only as good as the ability to enforce it. And if fans and onlookers do not see that there are any really teeth behind some of these policies and procedures, it's a lot of talk. And fans can see those thinly veiled threats, and we're seeing that they're not substantive deterrents at all. Fans have a pivotal place in the pageantry of sport. And again, I do want to be clear that we're talking about a subsect of fans. The overwhelming majority of our fans that we see across our daily sports landscape, they are adhering to what the true definition of fandom is. However, it's that sliver of society who feels like they actually own what they see out there on the field and what they see out there on the court. They have a deeper issue that, again, is, I believe, tied into what we continue to see in our society of the lack of understanding that we can disagree, that we can have discontent, and it can be done in a civil way that adheres to decorum, to boundaries, to respect of your fellow citizen in this country and abroad, quite honestly. But I think when fans take it a step too far and believe that they actually have the latitude to express their discontent in ways that are outside of the legality of the sport, and then from a social civility standpoint, I think that's where we need to take a step back, and we need to have harsher penalties that have significant consequences that become deterrents, not reactive after the fact.
Dr. Fletcher there pointing to the unrealistic demands of fans. He says despite what a lot of people think, they are not afforded a large amount of power on the mere grounds of them being a fan, and that sporting events are not their personal playgrounds.